Hello and welcome to Soulstone Survivors. Soulstone Survivors, I believe, is another entry in the survivor genre. I absolutely love those games, so if that's not for you, then obviously that's not for you. But this one has a bit of a different slant on things because it's a bit more bullet hell-ish. It's a bit more like an action RPG, for example, like Diablo. And I'm very intrigued by that. So we're just going to take a quick look at everything here. So you can see here that we have a wide variety of different characters to play as, different classes in actual fact. And you're going to be playing as the spellbreaker first of all, then you can unlock that with some minor soulstones. That's obviously the first thing that you're going to be able to get. Then you can get the sentinel as well, and then a wide variety of others. Obviously this is just the demo that I'm playing at the moment too, so you're not going to be able to get all of these in the demo right now. You can too also play the demo, so if you'd like to check it out, there is a link in the description. And this game comes out sometime in 2022 as far as I'm aware. There's also a crafting system which is actually kind of amazing. Not entirely sure how that's going to work, but you can create green weapons by the looks of things at the moment in the demo. And you're going to be able to create up to legendary or orange rarity in the full version. So that's going to be quite fun. Runes obviously not available right now in the demo, and then you have the skill tree. So obviously I don't have any skills at the moment because I don't have any soulstones. And how do we get soulstones? We go and fight stuff, right? Yeah, we go and fight stuff. So let's do that. The Scorching Valley, you can change where you go dependent on what kind of materials are available to you. And let's go into the Scorching Valley. That seems like the best possible place for us to go first. All right, so we have a slashing attack, as you can see right there, and we also have to actually angle where that goes with my mouse. That's actually something that is very that's quite rare. That's quite rare with the survivor genre. Most of the time you do not have mouse control to be able to angle where your attacks actually get launched. And instead you kind of have to be a bit more fast-paced in regards to your usage of the WASD keys. So that's something to bear in mind. I actually really like that, so yeah, that's actually quite nice. Am I going to be able to even level up though? Because it feels to me like I'm taking a long time to get to the next level. There we go, there we go. We're actually starting to get some experience now. Seems like, whoa, yeah, the enemy is actually starting to deal some massive AoE damage here. And I'm going to try and lure his AoE damage away from the experience so that I can actually pick that up. It seems like, yeah, wait a minute. I didn't get a choice. Oh, here we go. I see. Okay, so you actually get the opportunity to choose when you level up. That makes a pretty big difference. All right, that makes a pretty big difference because choosing when you can level up is a very strategic point. It's not going to be a case of it just pops up and stops the game. No, you can choose when that happens. I'm actually going to be taking Leviathan here. It's going to slow me down by 15%, which is definitely going to be something that I'm going to be very much hating very, very soon. But I'm taking it nevertheless because it is a rare power and I'd like to try and make myself as powerful as quickly as possible. I am taking some pretty significant damage from the bombardment though because I don't have a lot of movement speed. Oh yes, good idea. Yes, me in a bullet hell game. Let's reduce my movement speed. That sounds like a great plan, doesn't it? Yeah, not really. Okay, so I can actually take another power right now, but I think I'm actually just going to continue avoiding this. Don't get killed by the tree. I actually ran into the tree right there. Almost got myself damaged again. Let's get another level if I can. Can I get another level, please? I'd like to do 2 levels at once. Can I actually do that? Yeah, look at that. I've got 2 skill points to spend. That's actually amazing. I love that. All right, let's do this. So we have an active skill right here, which is Poison Bolt, Thunderclap, or Flame Wave. It feels to me like Flame Wave is going to be probably the best for AoE. And you also have the ability to use... I mean, Poison Bolt is fantastic for bosses. But I'm going to be taking Flame Wave here just generally, and then we have our second points here. Increase max health by 15, your current health is adjusted proportionately. That's pretty good, but what we're going to do is we're going to take Area of Effect. This is an epic power, so we're definitely going to be taking this. There we go, boom. And now things are going to get even crazier. They're going to get super, super crazy. Every 9 seconds or so, I'm going to be unleashing a massive flame burst. So that's obviously going to make a pretty significant difference to how much damage we're capable of dealing. It also inflicts a damage over time effect to the opponent too. So the closer I can get to these casters, the better, so that I can hopefully inflict that upon them. And what I really actually very much appreciate about this game so far is the quality of life improvement in showing the cooldown of your skills. Usually, these kinds of games don't show you that. They have a hidden timer or whatever, and they're actually showing that with this, which is really cool in my opinion. Them showing that really makes a huge difference. Okay, we got common powers here. Increased critical strike chance of all attacks. I'll probably take that. I don't think Fateful Strikes... I think Fateful Strikes is going to be good, but as a common power, I don't really want that, so I'm going to just take the uncommon. Then we can choose another active skill. We can actually summon 3 skeletons. Cooldown is 21 seconds. Not entirely sure if I really like that much. What about this? This seems pretty good. Extra 7 damage per stack of bleed. Might be nice. Healing 5 health to allies. Nope, we're going to be taking this. Gotta heal ourselves. Gotta heal ourselves a little bit. Increase the range. Oh yeah, now that's perfect. I love these kinds of abilities in these games. I hate having to walk straight on top of the experience pickups. So magnetic is what we're going to go for right here. Hopefully that's going to help me to level up just that much quicker. I'm getting absolutely murdered right here because my movement speed is just so low. I have done an absolutely terrible job of preventing myself from taking damage here because of my movement speed. So yeah, I'm going to actually increase my movement speed by 7% here. Hopefully that's going to make a small difference. It's really not going to make that much of a difference, unfortunately. And bear in mind, every single time my Holy Smite ability goes off... is this a healing? Is this a healing thing? That's a healing crystal right there. Isn't it? It healed me. Oh, it healed me when I destroyed it. Oh, that actually makes a big difference. Okay, I probably should have... Yeah, I probably should have thought of that beforehand. All right, well, whatever the case, we now know, so that's pretty good. Let me see here. Inflicting... Oh, wow. Inflicting confusion. Yeah, let me take that. And we'll also go for... magnetic again. I want magnetic as much as possible. Being able to pick this kind of stuff up is just so much, so important. It really is, in my opinion. Okay, so there we go. Let's get more of this. There we are. Okay, let's go for all your chance. All your attacks have a 20% chance of applying chill. Yeah, it sounds pretty good. And then we might want to go for frostbolt. Yeah, we'll go for frostbolt. That seems pretty nice. And now we have a boss. Okay, so has it already been 6 minutes? No, it hasn't been 6 minutes. So it comes at about 3 minutes 55, the first boss. That's interesting. All right, we're going to go for magnetic once again. As I say, I personally really like magnetic. I just generally have a personal preference about that. We're going to try and heal ourselves. There we go. Nice. And I just have to continue dealing with the enemies, hopefully not getting myself killed in the process. This is really, really intense, actually. Probably one of the most intense Survivor games I've played this early on. This is a very early stage of the game, and already the game is literally throwing a massive boss at me and a massive amount of different units as well. Gonna go for Poison Bomb. In my opinion, Poison Bomb is definitely what we want to go for. Let's actually pick up some of this. Thank you. And I'm actually at full HP. That's hilarious. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh, never mind. I'm actually at full HP, he says. Let's see how long that lasts. Yes, there's actually a dodge key. I didn't realize there's a dodge key. Look at that. Shift is the dodge key. I was not using the dodge key this whole time. Yes. Yes. I wasn't using the dodge key the whole time. All right. Okay, yeah, you can blame me for that. Absolutely. That's totally my fault. All right, let me have a look here. Increase attack speed. No, we're going to go for that. You could increase the number of dashes you can perform. Yes, thank you. I will take that. Thank you very much. Every day of the week. Sounds fun to me. And let's just try and get... I should have dashed out of that. That's for sure. I'm going to die, though, I think, probably. Am I going to die? Maybe. Okay, let's see here. Replace choices with passive power-ups. Technically, I can do that because I now have maximum active maximum amount of active abilities here. So I'm actually thinking that we're going to be replacing the choices with passives. 7% or increased chance to completely block attacks by 10%. That could be really good, but I'm going to take the movement speed. And increased critical strike potency, we'll be taking that. And critical strike potency, yes, thank you very much. I will take that. Okay, we are very much a glass cannon right now. Not really a big fan of that most of the time. Usually I do not like being a glass cannon in these kinds of games, so I'm probably going to try a little bit of something. Oh, we killed the boss? Really? Okay, we actually killed the boss. Yeah, good job. Good job. I don't know how that happened, but we apparently did that. And now I can pick this up, whatever this is. Oh, massive amount of experience. Great. I love it. And now we can continue to get killed by these explosive barrel skeleton things. Let's just heal myself a little bit here. There we go. Can I get an upgrade to my Holy Smite, please? Not getting an upgrade for that, unfortunately. Okay, increase maximum health. Probably going to do that. Increased damage done by 15%. Increased critical strike chance. Yeah, we'll do that. Let's do Indomitable this time. Thrust is pretty good, but I don't really want to do that. A Chaos Bomb that does massive amount of damage. I mean, technically it can do 1 damage or it can do 1500 damage, so I really like that actually. I like the wide variety of different active spells that this game has so far. Super, super nice. And we'll go for Magnetism once again. There we go. Alright, so Flame Wave seems to be doing most of the damage right now. I'd like to get rank 2 of that if at all possible, but it's highly unlikely I'm going to be getting that anytime soon. Okay, yeah, this is not looking good for me, to be honest. This is not looking good at all. Okay, so far, though, I think we're not doing too badly. Let me try and get some more resources. I feel like the resources are hard to pick up. I'm not sure if that's just me, but, well, whatever the case, let me see here. Attack speed. 4 fiery orbs that rotate around you. Yeah, give me that. Increase movement speed. Yeah, I'll take that too. Let me just replace this. Let's have a look. Increase the effect. Oh, that's perfect. Thank you very much. Flame wave. Yeah, give me bigger flame waves, please. That's fantastic. I love that. Okay, we healed ourselves somehow. Not entirely sure how that happened. Maybe it was the increased HP, I guess, maybe. Well, whatever it was, I'm just happy that we leveled up. And can I heal myself with my smite? There we go. Heal myself for 5 HP. Bear that in mind. I'm only healing for 5 HP. Oh, hello. There's a healing crystal. Yes, I want one of those. There we go. Okay, now let's just see what I can get. Reduce the damage taken. Don't really care about that too much. He says, yeah, all your attacks have a chance to cause that. No, I'd like critical chance, please. I'd like critical chance. There we go. All right. So far, I am actually very much enjoying this game. I gotta say, this is a pretty cool formula of Survivor. Yeah, sure, it looks, you know, it has the same gameplay loop. Of course it has the same gameplay loop. I mean, I don't know what people expect from the same genre. It's like, you know, it's like being like, oh yeah, but Doom, you shoot people in Doom, and then you shoot people in, you know, whatever other shooter there is. I don't know, Wolfenstein or any of those like single player, you know, high polish experiences. You know, it's the same genre, but they just do it differently. And I very much appreciate that, because I'd rather play more of these kinds of games than fewer, in my opinion. I mean, I just like them in general, so maybe that's the case. I think it's a lot of fun to play these kinds of games. And if you don't like them, then that's obviously fine. That's your prerogative, of course, but I generally am having a whale of a time with them. Let me see what I can do here. Can I get something better? No, I can't get anything better right now. Let's replace that. Okay, let's go for increased HP. Increase the damage of Frostbolt. I don't really like Frostbolt that much, so I might actually replace that. Increased chance to block attacks completely. You have a 100% chance to deal a critical strike on enemies with full... on enemies. Yeah, take that. Thank you. I would love that. That's actually fantastic. Let's just continue to go with that. There we go. Look at how much damage I'm now dealing to the ones with full HP. It's actually amazing. This guy's going to deal massive damage to me, unfortunately. I don't... Oh, oh, it's the same boss, but he's just powered up or something like that? I have no idea what's actually going on with him, but he's definitely... Wow, the amount of effects that are currently going on here as well is insane. Can I actually avoid this even? I don't even know whether I can even avoid his attack. Well, whatever the case, let me just heal myself a little bit. The best thing you can do, I think, to try and heal yourselves, eliminate monsters to summon a lord. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm trying, I guess. I mean, what can I do? Okay, let me just avoid that, thank you. Okay, I'm basically just trying to go for like things like burn and poison and things like that, just to try and increase the amount of damage over time effects that I have. I feel like they are usually pretty good for me to go for in these kinds of games. I usually have a pretty good time with taking those, so I'm going to try to focus on that. Obviously critical chance is definitely something I'm also going for. Let me see if I can just avoid getting killed by the boss. Eliminate Lords of the Void, and we need to eliminate monsters to summon a Lord. Alright, I don't know whether that Lord is going to help me or not, but let's get Area of Effect. That's going to be really good. Lightning Bolt could be pretty useful too. And then, what is Void? Creates a void at a random position that pulls enemy in a large area towards its position for 6 seconds, applying Doom. Not effective against very heavy enemies. Okay, I'm going to take this, and then we're going to replace Frostbolt with that. There we go. Because I don't actually like Frostbolt that much, so we're just going to take something a little bit different. Doom seems to be doing a pretty nice amount of damage, so I'm happy with it. Let's try and pick up some of these experience little gem things here. Let me heal myself. There we go. Yeah, Smite. I'd like to get a rank 2 of Smite if at all possible. If rank 2 of Smite heals me for 10 HP, I will be really, really pleased with that, because imagine that. I would be able to heal myself so many times. Yeah, I'm not standing in it that often though, unfortunately. Okay, there we go, there we go. Gonna try and get in there. Nice, healed myself. Oh, it actually healed for 13 that time, or what? Okay, I'm not entirely sure. Okay, well, whatever the case, let's have a look. Increase critical strike potency. Yeah, I'm going to be taking that. Increase the damage of smite. Okay, you can increase the damage of smite, but you can't increase... Well, you can increase it, but you need the active ability. So, obviously, I'm going to need to do that. Let me just destroy this, gain some HP. There we are. There we go. This is not too bad. We need to eliminate another 400 enemies to be able to summon the Lord. I hope the Lord is actually like an ally, or is it going to be an enemy? Because if it's an enemy, I don't even really want to do that, to be honest, right now. I would prefer to just have no one come and try and kill me. Thank you very much. That would be nice. Okay, well, I'm just going to continue to kill these. I actually really like the fact that they have done the resource gathering in a different way, because obviously it used to be the case that in most of these Survivor games you're going to be picking up chests, obviously. You know, the original Vampire Survivors, of course. You know, I mean, technically, that was the one that gained the most popularity. I'm not going to call it the original because, I mean... Okay, I'm not going to get into that, alright? I'm not going to get into that. I know that there are other games that have done that kind of thing before, but Vampire Survivors was the one that gained the most popularity, and generally has been the best, most widely received, critically acclaimed one. Okay? That's it. I'm not going to say that one is better than the other, obviously. I'm just saying that generally I enjoy all of these a lot. So, yeah. Point is... I like the fact that they've done it differently in this game, where you're picking up resources from random places on the map rather than chests, because that just makes things just that little bit different, and I like that quite a bit. And the fact that we do have mouse control as well. I mean, you can see here I can literally spin around. And I actually wonder whether spinning around is even going to make... Maybe that's going to actually help me in some way. I'm thinking we might go for Bloodlust. I actually would like Bloodlust, so I'm going to be taking that instead of... I hate Slash, actually. I really don't like Slash. You know what? I'm actually going to replace Slash. That sounds like the stupidest idea I've ever had, but I'm going to replace Slash. I don't like it. Okay, so we're going to go for increasing our Lightning Bolt spell as well. Alright, yeah, so now we have Bloodlust, and that enables me to, well, basically increase my attack speed and increase my movement speed. So I'm very, very happy about that. and we are almost there to summon a lord. I like the fact that they've added different objectives as well to the game, because obviously usually it's just, you know, survive for a certain period of time, and as far as I'm aware there is a timer, but I'm not sure if that really makes any difference in regards to how long you need to survive. Maybe it is just a case of eliminating the 5 Lords of the Void. That might very well be the case, I don't know. But let's have a look here. What else can I go for? Deal burn damage, increase my attack speed. Increase my attack speed, I guess. I hope that actually increases the, or shall we say decreases the cooldown of the abilities. So we should have them a little bit faster, possibly. I'm not entirely sure whether that is indeed the case, but yeah, let's just speed on by these guys. There we go. My Flame Wave is so nice. I absolutely love Flame Wave. Really pleased that I decided to take that, even though it doesn't do that much damage in comparison to Smite, for example. I think it's really cool, and it pushes enemies away and provides me with just that little bit more survivability, so I don't have to worry so much about searching out HP all the time, and it just gives me a little bit of extra breathing room, you know what I mean? Okay, so we eliminate... Oh, okay, there's another one. There's another one of these bosses. Okay, let's eliminate this one for now. There we go. Is he dead? Yep, he's dead. Okay, fantastic. That was the Lord that we summoned. Okay, so we've summoned the other Lord. Okay, can I pick this up? Yep, I can. Thank you. That's going to level me up massively. Good amount of experience from that. And I healed myself for 13. That's great. And now we can also take some other things. All right. Whew. Okay, this gives me an opportunity to sort of relax a little bit as well until we pick everything. Increase the potency of buffs. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. Increase the area of all of these. Yep, sounds good. And increase the range of your magnetism. Yep, I'll always take that. Let's go for passives. Yeah, actually reducing all their damage. Wow, that's actually super powerful. We might even want to take that. We might even want to take that, like really. Or might. I'm actually not sure. Intimidating Shout. I'm going to take Intimidating Shout instead of... instead of Poison Bomb. We can't really do that, can we? Let's do it instead of... Let's do it instead of Void, I guess. I mean, I know I took Void because I thought to myself, yeah, that sounds really fun. But now I'm thinking, well, this Might thing is going to be really good because it increases my general damage for 50% of the time, basically. So I think that it... I mean, wait a minute. What did I take? No, I took Intimidating Shout, which reduces enemy damage. It reduces enemy damage for 12 seconds. And that actually makes it have an uptime of like, what, 80% of the time or something like that? Because its cooldown is actually 16 seconds, so it's only off for 4 seconds of the time, which is actually kind of amazing. I think I might actually even die here. The spiders are absolutely merciless. They seem to be very dangerous. Yep, there we go. I am now dead. Okay, so you can take a look at my attributes here and how much damage was done by all of my things. It seems like Flame Wave has done the most damage, as you can quite clearly tell. Poison Bomb actually did a pretty significant amount. Frostbolt was pretty good too. Void was pretty good. But the most was Flame Wave, Smite, and then Lightning Bolt. So that's... okay, that's good. That's good to know. Alright, let's go back to the menu real quick. Because now that I have a bunch of Soulstones, we actually have the ability to unlock the Arcane Weaver. You can see here now that the stats actually do make a pretty significant difference, because obviously they're going to have, you know, pretty big importance to things. And, for example, the Spellbreaker has plus 30 maximum health, which is pretty significant in comparison to the Arcane Weaver, which loses 20 maximum health. So they do gain a plus 10% damage modifier and attack speed and experience modifier. Personally, I really love that. But they're going to take damage really fast. But I'm going to select the Arcane Weaver here. And can I create anything? No, I can't create anything just yet. No, I'm going to need gold and rubies, and yeah, I need a ruby from the Scorching Valley, and obviously runes are not available. Do I have any skill points? Yeah, I can actually increase things now because we do have some Soulstones. So let's do a little bit of damage increasing stuff. So let's increase our damage. Let's recover up to, oh no, I can't actually do that. Increase the number of dashes you can perform. I don't have enough for that. We could increase the critical strike chance of all attacks if we wanted to, but I'm probably not going to do that. I'll probably just increase my maximum health a little bit and increase my movement speed. There we have it. Obviously, this is a roguelike, so generally being able to increase your overall capabilities in the game itself is a really important thing to do. And you can see here I actually made it 56% of the way through. Let's play on a different map this time. I'd like to see the different maps. All right, so obviously, as you can see, the main deal is to defeat the Lords of the Void. That's the main deal here. I actually really like this. I like Arcane Missile. In my opinion, a far superior ability to the Spellweaver's ability, which is Slash. I think Slash is... I think it's good, but I do not like it. It's not something that I prefer to use. It's one of those that is very much melee based. I do not like being close to the opponent in any way at all. I like being far away. I like being able to just generally stay back. And I like the hitboxes, by the way. The hitboxes in this game are really tight. I don't know whether you've noticed that, but I have not gotten hit even by running by these guys because they have a bit of a wind-up time to their attacks. It gives me an opportunity to move away from them, and they don't just immediately attack me as soon as I hit them, or as soon as I move into their range, which I really like. That makes it very forgiving, but at the same time, it punishes you for being too slow or too sloppy in your movements. So I like that. Anyway, let's continue and increase our stuff here. I'm going to go for movement speed. Meteor seems fun. Frozen Warhammer. Let me actually just have a look here. Hurls a large meteor at a random enemy. Yes, thank you. I will take that. Wow. Yeah, that damage. That damage. That was nice. I like it. All right, let's continue with that. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, give me more of those. Give me more of those, please. Okay. Yeah, that's super fun. All right, so yeah, now we're getting the spellcasters in here. It's going to be more damaging and more difficult for me to stay alive, because obviously that's where I'm going to mostly take damage. Thankfully, I still have the dash ability, the one that I completely forgot about last time. So that obviously makes a pretty big difference. Fateful Strikes. All your attacks have a 13% chance to cause doom. Cause 24 damage after 5 seconds. Damage is increased when new applications and duration refreshed. If Doom accumulates more damage than the target has health, it will instantly execute the target. Okay, I'm thinking we'll probably not go for that. We're probably going to go for Indomitable, in my opinion. Your critical strikes have a 50% chance to apply bleed. Yep, we'll do that. Thank you. We're going to go for a bit more of a critical strike build. I mean, obviously I was doing critical strike beforehand, but we're going to try to focus on that again and try to make it a little bit more potent this time. Because last time we kind of didn't have the opportunity to do so. Lightning Bolts. That's pretty fantastic. I like Lightning Bolt a lot. I'm going to be taking it again. And we'll go for critical strike chance of all attacks. Look at the Meteor. The Meteor coming in is... Oh, it's just so much damage. It's so funny when they just all go flying all over the place. It's great. Absolutely love it. Yeah, that is really nice. That is probably... would I say it's my favorite? I don't know. I might say it's my favorite. I actually wonder, can you play this co-op? It feels like a game that you could play co-op because you have the other abilities. You know, you have Bloodlust and Might and all those things. And those abilities can buff your allies as well. And I was actually wondering, can you play co-op in this? If you can play co-op in this, that's actually... Oh, that's a game changer for me. Because... I would absolutely love playing this with someone and being able to, just create these crazy synergistic builds with each other would be so incredibly cool. Like someone could actually build like a threat generating, like a tank kind of guy who has supportish abilities. Maybe someone's more of a healer type that can have buffs and stuff, and another person just focuses on dealing straight up damage. Obviously, I'm talking about MMOs in a way right here, I'm talking about things like that, but I think that would still be very cool in the survivor genre. I have 5 skill points. We might as well do something with that. Let's go for area of effect. That sounds fun. Might is really, really good, as I've said before, but I probably won't be taking that again. I will probably be taking... I'm gonna take might. I'm gonna take might, and then we're gonna increase our damage, and we're going to increase our critical chance, and then we're gonna take flame wave, because as I say, I absolutely adore that. And there we go. All right, now we're looking good. Now we're cooking with gas. Yeah, now we're definitely cooking with gas, because we got the flame wave thing, right? So we're definitely cooking them up. We're cooking them up right now. So yeah, okay. I need magnetism actually. I need magnetism. I'm not sure where that buff is at the moment. I would very much like to get that. That would be very, very fortuitous for me. Can I dodge out of the way? Yes, I did. Whew, that was close. There's magnetism. Thank you very much for that. And I will be taking it. Fire shield sounds pretty good, but I'm going to go for Indomitable instead. Indomitable is just way too good to pass up, because being able to literally ignore damage that enemies do to you, I mean, really? How can I say no to that? That's just way too good. So let's just continue to move around here. Can I... Oh, we took damage there, but not too much. There we go. Okay, let's just do this. There we go. Yeah, now I'm having to move into the poison to be able to get these things, unfortunately. Can we kill this? Yeah, Arcane Missile, or what is it called? Arcane Missile. The only problem with it is that it actually doesn't target these crystals. So I have to stand close to the crystals with Flame Wave and then just hope that it actually hits them. So that's a little bit problematic. But I can't really do much about that. Alright, so smite enemies at a random location, or create a wall of fire at the feet of a random enemy, deals 900 damage over 10 seconds. That's actually amazing. Or Glacier. Summons a large glacier over a random enemy, dealing that damage. That's crazy good. Yeah, I'm going to be taking Glacier. Okay, yep. I think we're pretty good. I think my skill build is much better this time around, and as I said, it really depends on what kind of character you want to make, and obviously what kind of character suits you. This character suits me because I don't have to get into melee to deal damage initially. I can very much stay back. I can focus on things that don't really require me to target them, don't really require me to, you know, get stuck in there. And I'm not a big fan of that in general, you know, unless I'm playing an action RPG, you know, and I play a barbarian or a warrior, you know, just go spinny time, you know, that sort of thing. But for me, having like a cleave ability, like a slash or something like that, I just don't like it. You know, that's just my own personal preference, obviously. Alright, so the boss is just about to go down. Super nice to see that. Hopefully we're going to be able to pick up all of the experience from it. Lots of experience around here, actually. And I need to level up again. Okay, so let me see. We're gonna go for resilient. Gonna go for movement speed, and then we have piercing shout or thunderclap or smite. I'm thinking we're gonna go for piercing shout. Oh, we actually have to replace something. Not looking forward to replacing anything actually. So I'm gonna just go back and just choose something else. We're gonna take magnetic. Oh, hello there. All of your skills of type instant will now be cast one more time when activated. This is a legendary power. Oh my. So Flame Wave is going to cast twice. Okay. Now that's incredible. That is definitely something that I absolutely adore. I love that. Okay, so yeah. Now things are getting serious. I might even be able to complete this entire map as it is right now. What do you think? Maybe I'll be able to do it. Whoa, this is pretty crazy. Okay, so yeah, now let's continue. Let's continue making this even better. Let's increase damage done a little bit. Let's not do anything else with any of these things. Let's do this. Aha, hello. Increase the area of effect. No, we're going to go for critical strike increases. Increase the damage of Glacier. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Glacier is just way too good to pass up, in my opinion. To upgrade that, it does a lot of damage. And there we go. We gain another 5 levels. Very nice to see that. And we're just going to pick up all this. There we go. All right. Yeah, we are doing nicely. We are doing very, very nicely. Okay, so let's have a look. Yeah, vicious strikes. This is absolutely fantastic. 100% chance to deal critical strike on enemies with full health. I mean, really. If I hit someone with Meteor or with Glacier at that exact time, it's just going to kill them instantly. It's going to be so, so nice. And we're going to increase critical strike potency. Going to increase my attack speed. Going to get magnetism. Go for passives. Increase critical strike chance of all attacks by 15%. Yes, thank you very much for that. I probably should have gone for the health. Do bear that in mind. I definitely should have gone for the health, but I am an imbecile, and I don't generally tend to take the smart option. Yeah, I mean, I do most of the time, but it's just too fun. You know, it's just too fun to literally take these high damage abilities and just literally run around with such insane damage being done all around you and see all these enemies just fly away with the sheer force and magnitude of your abilities. It's just crazy good. Okay, can I pick up those? Thank you. Okay, I'm actually gonna need some more I'm gonna need some more movement speed. I feel like I'm a bit too slow. Is that just me? I feel like I'm a bit too slow. So I'm going to need a bit more of that. Can I get out of here? Yeah, thank you. I'm trying to lure them actually as well into my Meteor and my Glacier abilities. You know, whenever I see them, I'm going to try and stand relatively close to where they're going to hit, you know, so that we can actually gain additional damage from that. And we have some more level ups to do as well. I realize I'm just taking a little bit of time just to get away from these things. There we go. Nice. Okay. So, increase the attack speed of arcane missiles. Yes, give me that. Yeah, we're going to take this as well, in my opinion, unless there's anything else better. No, we're going to take that. Okay, fantastic. Don't really want to take anything else here. Let's just take more... I should take more health. I really should take more health, but I'm going to take attack speed. I shouldn't do that, really. Increase the number of dashes I can perform, increase critical strike chance, or increases the damage type of ice spells. So technically what you can do is you can create an entire build surrounding dealing ice damage if you want to. I'm going to go for critical strike chance though, and we're then going to be taking increase the area of effect of flame wave. There we go. Okay, I still haven't increased my HP. I am an imbecile. I know. Okay, let's just... Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Let me just... Yeah, just kill that. There we go. Whew, that healed me for 30. That's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. Can we kill this? We're doing some nice damage. Okay, I really want to kill the boss, if at all possible. That gives you so many levels and so much power that killing the boss would be great. So much experience to be gained here, actually, already. Can I find some more life crystals? Yeah, there's another life crystal over there. Just gotta wait until I have to dodge. There we are, and there we are. Okay, so now we're back up to full HP. So let's actually do something here. Magnetic, yeah, gonna take that every single time. Double cast, yeah, gonna be taking that, because double glacier, oh my, wow. The amount of damage I can deal with double glacier is just absolutely amazing. Okay, yeah, that is absolutely perfect. Okay, so... this is actually going to be one of those times where I think to myself, yeah, I think I might actually be able to achieve victory here, but then I'm just going to get insta-gibbed because I don't have enough HP. So I'm definitely going to get some HP next time. So just remind me, okay? Remind me with your mind waves. Just send them through the interwebs and I will hear them. And then we will get HP. Hello. Yes, give me that. Thank you. Alright. So far, so good. Let me see if I can just do some damage to this guy. I want to try and bait him into using his other ability, if at all possible, because at the moment him doing his poison spit thing is actually kind of annoying for me. Okay, let's see. Can I get some HP? No. Alright. Increase damage with Flame Wave. Increase critical strike chance. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we can only hope that... Oh no, oh no, no. Whew. Okay, that was actually way too close. That was way too close. Don't know whether you saw that, but I literally got trapped by a rock or something like that, and then I got trapped in between a rock and one of the snake people, and that was not good. That was not good at all, thank you. Okay, so I'm actually wondering how long it takes these life crystals to actually respawn if they do respawn, actually. So that would be nice to know. That was some nice damage that I just did. Whoa. Okay, come on, kill the boss, please. Just trying to dodge out the way. This is very skill-based as well. This is much more of a case of skill rather than just being like, okay, I'm going to get the best build, or I'm going to try to get the best build for me, or something like that. It definitely has the added skill cap. So you're obviously going to be attempting to try and avoid damage as much as possible with the use of the dash. And a lot of the other Survivor games don't have this kind of thing. So that's something to bear in mind. Alright, here we go. Ah, fantastic. This is actually a really good one too. So let's increase our HP. Let's do something else here. Increase my... what's my critical... How do I... Can I see my stats right now? I don't think I can actually see my stats right now unless I don't know, unless I get out of this screen potentially. I'm going to increase my HP again. And then I'll increase my damage. And then I'll increase the attack speed of Flame Wave. That sounds good to me. How do I see my... how do I see my stats? I don't think I can actually... Can I press C to see my stats or something like that? Character sheet? No, I can't see that. Okay, so I have no idea what critical chance I have at the moment, because if I could tell, then... wait a minute, is there actually a... Ah, there we go. If I pause, then I can see it. Okay, I didn't realize. Okay, fantastic. So let's have a look. How much do I have? I have critical strike chance 50%. That's pretty good, actually. That is pretty good. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to obviously try to maybe increase that a little bit more. I'd like about 75% if at all possible, but I'd like to increase my critical strike damage just that little bit more as well, because obviously if we have that other common ability that allows me to have 100% critical strike chance against full health enemies, as long as I hit them with a heavy damaging ability, I'm always mostly going to kill them, or at least should do heavy damage to them very, very fast. So that's definitely something to bear in mind. And you can see here, Glacier coming in, it hits for 3,000. I mean, that's so incredibly damaging. And if I could make that even better, then that's definitely what I'd like to do. And I'm actually wondering whether those life crystals heal for 30 HP as a base, or whether they actually have a percentage of your maximum HP that they heal for. So I'm going to be taking a look at that in a second as well, once I get around to killing another one of those, if I can, because apparently I'm getting pushed around by these random little explosive skeleton things. Let me see if I can even find a life crystal, because it seems like they are very rare. Oh dear. Did I already just use all of them up or something? I thought that they were just respawning or something. If they're not respawning, then I might be in trouble. I might actually be in trouble. Yeah. I mean, this map's pretty large. Is there a map? I don't think so. I pressed tab just now, and it didn't bring up a map or anything like that. So, wow, there's so much going on though. There really is a huge amount. Pressing M, there is no map to be seen, so I'm not sure. Anyway, Shadowbolt. Ooh, that seems pretty cool. Like Shadowbolt. Yeah, so we're gonna increase my movement speed, increase my critical strike potency. And can I get a life crystal, please? As I say, I'm still not entirely sure if they do respawn. That is the big if at this moment in time. Because if they do not respawn, then that is bad. That is really, really bad for me. So I'm going to definitely have some big issues here. Thankfully, the explosive skeletons don't do a huge amount of damage. They only deal 5 damage, so I'm really, really pleased that they made that decision with the design of them, because if they continually hit me for 20 damage or something like that, I'd be dead instantly, so I'm pretty happy about that. And I'm not seeing any life crystals. I think I've gone everywhere, so yeah, I think that's probably pretty much it. I think it's actually, oh, wait a minute, there's one. Fantastic. Okay, can I kill this? There we go. Okay, I got back some health. I think that was actually 30 HP, so it does not scale. It does not scale with your maximum HP, so that's actually a pretty big deal in itself. Oh, yeah, I'm dead. All right, so yeah, I thought I would just shut up for a second because you may want to hear the music and, you know, some of the other things, but okay, so that went a lot better, in my opinion. That went a lot better than the previous run, but we've learned something. We've learned something, all right? So that's obviously part of the struggle with these kinds of games. You want to learn about the various enemies, the various abilities that you can get, and what the optimal thing is to do most of the time. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to achieve victory this time, but we did get relatively far. I feel we're a little bit better than last time, but the one thing that I thought was lacking, we weren't able to kill the boss that fast and that reliably. So that is the one thing that I need to do next time. So if I do have a situation where I'm going to be picking all these sort of random spells, it's always a good idea to have at least one of those be something that I can aim, because every single spell that I have with the Arcane Weaver is unable to be aimed in some way or another. And I can assume these staves actually have some other ability as well, because you can see here that I'm currently using an arcane staff, and I can't unlock this at the moment because I believe we need this, and these are not available in the well, in the demo, obviously. So yeah, there's also that, but we can now upgrade ourselves even further. So you can see here that we can increase our area of effect attacks, we can increase our attack speed, you can increase the range at which you collect crystals. That's perfect. Yeah, give me that. Give me magnetism every single day of the week, and increase the amount of minor Soulstones you earn by 10%. So that's generally a really good way to go. And look at this, gives you a chance to get new skills when you level up too. So in my opinion, this is looking like a really fun entry into the survivor quote-unquote genre, and I very much like it, and I am looking forward to the full version. Absolutely looking forward to the full version. Can't wait when it comes out. I have no idea when it does. It just says 2022 on the store page. So if you'd like to check it out, there is a link in the description, and wishlist it if you're interested, and you can also play the demo like I have. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.